Three Om Tat Sat. Three Om Tat Sat. Three Om Tat Sat. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to our Navaratri Sadhana for 2022. We'll just with a few moments just giving it a few more minutes because we have the rest of the sadhakas just coming in. And for the first day, we'll have as many of us as possible. Patti, namaste. Akshaya.
Namaste, Lovina.
Bhakti, Tarini, Jyoti is here. Okay, as a quick reminder, this is not an asana class, so we will not have asana, and we will have pranayama, mantra sadhana, and then a satsang or a discourse where we will be speaking in particular about what comes up for today during the sadhana, something that is relevant to all of us as sadhakas and relevant for Navaratri. So while the rest of sadhakas will join in, we shall begin. We will begin the sadhana every day. There'll be a particular format to it. Okay. So we will start with the Omkara, followed by Pranayama. We will then move on to the Mantra Sadhana in itself. Okay. So if you are initiated, then you can bring in your mantra and I will give you instructions accordingly. By the time we're done with Mantra Sadhana, that is when you'll also be meditating. I will then chant the daily chants. The first chant will be the Guru Stotram. I will chant it by myself. You can just listen at the end of your meditation. Then we will chant 3 rounds of 32 names of Ma Durga. And the chants, the Vedic chants, will be very particular based on the days of Navaratri. The main Suktam will be the Devi Suktam that will be chanted on all 9 days. And then other suktas will be dependent on which day of Navaratri it is. Okay. The Ganesha Atharva Shirsham will also be chanted tomorrow, not today. And on certain days, there will be certain sections of the Devi Mahatmyam that will be chanted. All of these, you do not need to chant alongside unless you know them. If you do know them, then you can keep the text with you and you can either follow in your own space or chant in your own space. If you are not familiar with them, then you can just soak in the vibrations of the mantras. Okay. During the discourse, the satsang, there will be an opportunity for us to interact. Today being the first day, we won't really know how much time for the satsang will be there for interactive conversation, but we will see as much as we can get. For those of you who knew, my laptop screen crashed yesterday. That's the message that I sent out. So I was not able to send you the document in itself, which has these instructions in it, and some other instructions, which I think the mother will forgive us because that's exactly what happened. And the instructions are as such. When you will be coming in for your sadhana, it is preferred, it is requested that you come in after a shower. If you've had a bath, light a little lamp or a candle that is somewhere in the room. That is a sign of the allowing that you are prepared for the light to come in. You can place a flower or a piece of fruit anywhere around you. That's a sign not just of an offering, but that's a sign of an invitation, a sign of nature, a sign of Prakriti, okay, to the mother. And in that essence, or in that shraddha, or in that sentiment of inviting the mother, is where we place the flower and the fruit like an invitation. And then, of course, that becomes your own offering, which you can take back at the end of the sadhana as well. Okay, so those were the few instructions. Other than that, you can be wherever you are. You can be in a quiet space, a comfortable space, as it is outside, or without, as it will be within. So on that note, let us begin our sadhana. Sit comfortably. In a position of your choice, just allow your spine to be supported. Feel your breath settling down. Feel your muscles softening, belly softening, shoulders, face. Gentle smile in your heart, and allow the smile to reflect on your face. We'll begin the sadhana with 3 Omkaras. Taking a deep breath in. Om. One more time. Om. Once again. Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Gananaan Tva Ganapatihum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmana Brahmanaspata Anashranvannotibhis Sida Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu Ano Divo Brihatah Parvatada Saraswati Yajatagantu Yajnam Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sitting comfortably, placing your palms in a mudra of your choice. You may place them on your lap. You may take the Chin Mudra position, Chinmaya Mudra position. Whichever mudra you naturally take on, allow yourself to settle down. Feel the touch of your fingers against each other. Become aware of your entire body. Become aware of the breath as it flows in and out of your body. as if you are sitting at the side and watching the breath enter your nostrils. And from the same position, watching the breath as it leaves your nostrils. The inflow and the outflow. Very gently open your eyes. These are for pranayama instructions for the next couple of pranayams that we'll be doing. The pranayams for today will be Surya Veda, Chandra Veda, and Nadi Shodhana. May I have a show of hands of those of you who are familiar with these pranayams? Okay. So I will very quickly take you through it. The Surya Veda and the Chandra Veda. The Surya Veda is the sun, the practice for the sun energy, and that includes in the inhalation begins from the right nostril, okay, which works along with the Pingala Nadi. So it increases the heat in your body. For this pranayam, we will either take the Vishnu Mudra, okay, where you'll have with your right hand, your right thumb goes over your right nostril and your right ring finger just goes over your left nostril, okay? And from this position, with your ring finger, we will first press down to close your left nostril. Inhale deeply to the count of whatever's comfortable, even if it's 4, okay? 4 counts, inhaling deeply from the right. Close the right nostril along with the left to hold it just for a count of 1 or 2. And if you're not familiar with it, don't hold at all. And then exhale from the left. Once again, when you have to continue, again, then inhale through the right, close right and left, exhale through the left. So it is in one direction. That is Surya Veda. Okay. For Chandra Veda, you can hold the same mudra where you inhale now with the left, close, exhale from the right, and you move in that direction. The Chandra Veda, Chandra is the moon energy, works with the Ida Nadi, and it brings in the cooling aspect or the cooling energies that the body would require. Okay, so we will do 3 rounds of the Surya Veda and 3 rounds of the Chandra Veda. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Vishnu Mudra, you can also do the Nasagra Mudra. That is where you have your index and your middle fingers placed gently. The key is gently, okay, a gentle placement between your brows. And then once again, you use your thumb and your ring finger to manipulate or the flow of breath in your nostrils, okay? Whichever one you're most comfortable with, you can go ahead with that mudra. Is that okay with all of you as a quick reminder for the pranayams? Okay, I will remind gently with the instructions as we are progressing, okay? So once we do 3 rounds each of the Surya Veda and the Chandra Veda, we will complete the pranayam with 6 rounds of Nadi Shodhana. Okay, that's one form of Anulom Vilom that many of you would be familiar with, alternate nostril breathing. We'll use the same mudra, either the Vishnu or the Nasagra. And the process is that if you hold it this way, you first exhale from the left, then you inhale, close, exhale from the left, inhale left, hold, exhale from the right. Okay, so it goes in that alternate pattern. Inhale right, exhale left, exhale right is 1 round. And we will do 6 of these. And at the end of your 6 rounds, you'll just place your palms back in your lap. So I know that you have completed the pranayam, which will be an indicator for me to move to the next session. For those of you who do not have your videos on, I will go by the last person's practice or the last person who has their video on as an indicator for me to move on to the next round. Okay. So sitting comfortably. Please note that sitting comfortably is essential for pranayama. Okay. So you do not need to be without back support. If you need back support, if you need to lean against the wall, or if you need to sit on a cushion, please feel free to do that. If you feel a bit cold, then just keep a light sheet, or not a heavy blanket, but just something light around you so that you are comfortable throughout your pranayam and the rest of the sadhana. Okay. So we will begin with Surya. We'll begin with our Surya Veda pranayam. 3 rounds. Vishnu Mudra or Nasagra Mudra. Sitting comfortably, shoulders relaxed. Gentle smile on your face, soft face. Taking the mudra position. Gently press down and cover your left nostril. Inhale deeply from your right nostril. Hold the breath in Kumbhaka for a count of 2. Exhale through the left. Again, to a count of 4. Hold down the left nostril, release the right. Inhale, count of 4. Hold in Kumbhaka, count of 2. Exhale through the left, count of 4. One last round. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Lower your hand into your lap. Few moments. Notice the breath. Notice the sensations. Become aware of the breath, the energy, the heat. Take your mudra position one more time. Chandra Veda. This is the reverse. Hold down your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale to the count of 4 from the left nostril. Hold for a count of 2. Exhale from the right for a count of 4. Hold down the right nostril, release the left. Inhale, left. Hold. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Hold. Exhale, right. When you're done, lower your palm into your lap. Watch your breath. Watch the energy. Become aware of the difference, the very subtle difference. Whatever difference it is, you notice, it is valid. Take your position for Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. You are familiar with this pranayama. Allow your shoulders to relax, spine straight. Remember to smile within your heart. Soft face, soft eyes behind your eyelids. Relax your neck gently. If you find over the 6 rounds that your arm tires, support your right elbow with your left palm. Taking position, 6 rounds. Nadi Shodhana. Bring your right elbow a little closer to the body, not so further. Patty, a little closer. Whenever you're done with your 6 rounds, gently lower your palm and sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Become aware of the breath. Become aware of the gentle shift in the subtle energies that you feel just from the different breath work. The movement of prana in your body, directed with a gentle movement of your hands. It is these energies that we will be working throughout Navaratri with. The energy of the breath, the energy that sits within us and moves within us. Now move to the Mantra Sadhana. If you are initiated with your Guru Mantra, we will work with that. If you do not have your Guru Mantra, then we will work with Omkara. Sitting comfortably with your eyes closed. Bring to mind your Guru Mantra or Omkara and mentally repeat it. Now very gently, mentally repeat your mantra on every inhale and pause at the exhale. Think the mantra on the inhale, pause on the exhale. Now very gently, think the mantra on the inhale and also bring the mantra into your exhale. So mentally repeat the mantra on the inhale and the exhale. Continue meditating on your mantra very gently. I'll watch the time and let you know when to move on to the next phase of the sadhana. Very gently let go of your mantra and sit comfortably with your eyes closed. I will now chant the Guru Stotram. You may continue with your eyes closed. If you're familiar with the Guru Stotram, you may chant it along. Vakhandamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Ajnanatimiranandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshunmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sthavarang Jangamam Vyaptam, Yakkinchit Sacharacharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapitam Sarvam, Trailokyam Sacharacharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratnam, Virajita Padam Bujaha, Vedantam Buja Suryaya, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanyam Shashvatam Shantam, Yomatitan Niranjanaha, Bindunada Kalatitaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnana Shakti Samarudaha, Tattvamala Vibhushitaha, Mukti Mukti Pradata Cha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta, Karma Bandha Vidahine, Atma Jnana Pradanena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shoshanam Bhava Sindhoscha, Jnapanam Sara Sampadaha, Gurur Padodakam Samya, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Na guroradhikam tattvam, na guroradhikam tapaha, tattvajnanat param nasti, tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mannatha Shri Jagannatha, Madguru Shri Jagadguru, Madatma Sarva Bhutatma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gururadhiranadischa, Guruf Paramadaivatam, Guruf Parataram Nasti, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. "32 names of Ma Durga," repeated thrice. Om Durga Durga Tishamani Durga Padvini Varini Durga Machedini Durga Sadhini Durga Nashini Durga Todharini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Madhyanada Durga Daitya Lokadavanala Durgama Durgama Loka Durgamatma Swarupini Durgamarga Prada Durgama Vidya Durgama Shrita Durgamadhyana Sanstana Durgamadhyana Bhasini Durgamoha Durgamaga Durgamartha Swarupini Durgama Sura Samhantri Durgama Yudhadharini Durgamangi Durgamata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durga Bhima Durga Bhama Durga Bha Durga Darini Om Durga Durga Artishamani Durga Padvini Varini Durga Machedini Durga Sadhini Durga Nashini Durga Todharini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Madhyanada Durga Daitya Lokadavanala Durga Ma Loka Durga Matma Swarupini Durga Marga Prada Durga Mavidya Durga Mashrita Durga Madhyana Sanstana Durga Madhyana Bhasini Durga Moha Durga Maga Durga Martha Swarupini Durga Ma Sura Samhantri Durga Ma Yudhadharini Durga Magi Durga Mata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durga Bhima Durga Bhama Durga Bha Durga Darini Om Durga Durga Artishamani Durga Padvini Varini Durga Machedini Durga Sadhini Durga Nashini Durga Todharini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Madhyanada Durga Daitya Lokadavanala Durga Ma Loka Durga Matma Swarupini Durga Marga Prada Durga Mavidya Durga Mashrita Durga Madhyana Sanstana Durga Madhyana Bhasini Durga Moha Durga Maga Durga Martha Swarupini Durga Ma Sura Samhantri Durga Ma Yudhadharini Durga Mangi Durga Mata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durga Bhima Durga Bhama Durga Bha Durga Darini Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Devi Suktam. Those of you who have been initiated in the Devi Suktam, you can chant it. Om Devi Vachamachanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupa Pashavo Vadanti Sano Mandre Shamurjanduhana Dhenurvagasmanu Pasuštutaitu Yadvagvadantya Vichetanani Rashtri Devana Anyashasada Mandra Chatasra Urjandudu Hepayagumsi Vasvidasya Paramanjagama Anantamanta Dadhinirmitam Mahim Yasya Andeva Adadhurbhojanani Eka Aksharan Dvipadagum Shatpadancha Vachan Deva Upajivanti Vishve Vachan Deva Upajivanti Vishve Vacham Gandharva Pashavo Manushya Vachima Vishva Bhuvananyarpita Sano Havanjushatam Indrapatni Vagaksharam Prathamajartasya Vedanam Matamritasya Nabhihi Sano Jushanopayagnamagat Avanti Devi Suhavame Astu Yam Rishayo Mantra Krito Manishinaha Anvaichan Devas Tapasashramena Tan Devim Vachagam Havishaya Jamahe Sano Dadhatu Sukritasya Loke Jatvari Vak Parimita Padani Tani Vidur Brahmana Ye Manishinaha गुहात्रीणि निहिताने गयन्ति तुरियं वाचो मनुष्या वदन्ति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Feel the vibrations of the Devi Suktam and all the other Vedic mantras settle down around you, within you. And slowly notice the mantras settling down completely. Become aware of your surroundings. Become aware of your body, the position that you're sitting in, the weight of the body on the ground or on your seat, the placement of your palms in your lap, the feel of any breeze on your skin, sound of my voice. Gently move your neck from side to side. Very gentle movements. Movements of your shoulders gently. Circling them up towards your ears. Rolling them back down. Putting your palms together in Namaskara Mudra. Rubbing your palms gently. When they're nice and warm, placing them on your eyes and across your face. Looking into your palms as you gently open your eyes. Namaste, everyone. Welcome back. Was that a comfortable sadhana? We begin Navaratri today. Navaratri, Navaratri, 9 nights. They are usually celebrated over 9 nights. But the days are also equally important. And there's a lot of work done during the days to effectively welcome the nights, the energy of the night. A lot of the energy of the night comes from the victory of good over evil. And that is a theme that you'll find recurringly in many of the Puranas, in many of the, not only the Devi Bhagavatam, the Devi Mahatmyam, but these are the themes. And the significance of the polarities, night and day, that they are not good or bad entirely just within themselves, but the value of what is considered good and what is considered bad. And this is not a transient morality. These are forces that are there within us. So when we talk about the night and the day, we're not only talking about the evil that is outside and we are good, or the evil that is within us, if we go through a series of guilt mechanism, and the good that is outside of us. It is the space that we hold within us for both the good and the evil. And the mother who we are invoking today, and throughout these 9 days and nights, is that compassionate mother who is also within us, not someone outside. It is not compassion from without. It is not compassion from someone else. It is the recognition that the mother is within us, with every one of us, because we are of the same essential matter. However, the mother is also the sign of Shakti, of Prakriti. So now, depending on the different schools of thought, we'll be wondering, okay, where are we speaking about? Are we talking about Shiva Shakti? Are we talking about Purusha and Prakriti? What are we talking about? Now, during Navaratri, largely the practices are of a Shakta tradition. They're largely Shakti-based, Shakta-based, very energetic, and have an element of Tantra, a very strong element of Tantra. If you notice the sadhana that we're doing, the sadhana in itself has got everything to do with Pranayama and Mantra Sadhana. Prana and Mantra together, using the breath and mantra to work with the mind. It was not so much of the asana practice, also for paucity of time, but the practice in itself involves both the body, to use your body to sit here, where we included the manipulation of prana through mudra, through the different mudras that we have. Mudras are an essential part, an integral part of the tantric activity as well. Now, what is Tantra? The Tantra that I'm speaking about is not voodoo or black magic or any of those things that we usually associate with because of contemporary misinformation. Here we're talking about the principles of energy. And the principles of energy through legend, through the different stories of the Purana, the Puranic stories, are here to tell us this essential energy, or to invite us, to introduce us, and to familiarize us to, in a very intimate way, of this energy that we have been distanced from, but has always been a part of us, has been always around us. Over the 9 days, we have a significant form of the Devi who is usually revered on that particular day. Okay. And every year we speak about these same legends. We remind you of the story and we tell you of the story. And today there might be a little bit of a difference. Okay. The reason being, when I was contemplating on the theme for this Navaratri, the only thing that came about was the immense grace and the compassion that was given to me at the very least. And from what I know from many of you who have been in touch with me over the past many months, for many of you as well, we don't realize, we don't pause to pay attention to that grace, that compassion, and that motherly gift, or the gift from the mother, that abundant gift that we receive constantly in our lives. We are conditioned to think of what we don't have. And we are conditioned to also pray for that what we want, what we desire, what we think we want, or even what we think we need. We are conditioned to ask and sometimes even beg, okay, when we pray. But that puts us in a position of distancing from the one who we think is going to be giving it to us, okay? It makes us feel different from the divine. It makes us feel separated from the divine. If I have to ask someone for something, then I don't feel that that someone is a part of me. So I don't ask with conviction because I feel that I have to receive it from someone, from another. Whereas when I think, when I believe, when I shift the understanding that this giver is within me, then that what I want, that what I seek is already within me. A quick show of hands, how many of you have heard of this before, saying that what you seek is within you? Within you, right? But that is what it means. That what you seek, what you want, that sense of peace, the sense of calm, or even if they are material goodnesses, material wealth, the material gifts of life, and we're supposed to get them also. There is a bit of karma that we all have to aspire towards. But the other Aishwaryas, the other gifts, those are also within us. Maybe in tiny form, maybe just a little bit that we can't really tap into immediately, but we are still not aware, right? Many of us are not aware that we have these divine qualities within us. We think we have to get them, but they're all there. And it's not latent. They're not latent. They're not to listen to the Veda mantras, to listen to this discourse, to participate in this satsang is an expression of these divine qualities that you have within yourself. Because without those, you will not be able to, you will not even be eligible to find yourself on that path to listen to these mantras. Okay? So if you ever thought that, am I eligible? Yes, we have, and I use these terms very frequently. The eligibility criteria is very different for different things. But if you are here listening to these mantras, then you are here because you have the eligibility. You have the divine invitation to be present here. And that divine invitation is what day one of Navaratri is. It is when Ma Shailaputri, that is the first form that is worshipped during Navaratri of the mother, is invited with much love and much warmth and celebrations and pomp into the families of all devotees. Okay, this is when Ma Shailaputri was coming back to her home, to her father's home or her mother's home, as we usually call it, to spend the rest of her days. And that first form of Ma Shailaputri is this image that I was sharing earlier. This is Ma Shailaputri. She's Shailaputri. Shaila is the mountain, okay? And Putri is daughter. And does any of you know which mountain's daughter she is? Unmute yourselves if you know. The Himalayas. So she was also known as the Himalaya Putri, right? So she is that, or from the Himalayas. She is usually depicted in this white sari, mounted on a white bull, okay? And very pale and white in color, but an essence of calm and beauty. In her right hand, she holds a trident. Okay, and the rest of her hands, apart from the damru, are also in signs of giving, in the mudras of giving and the mudras of blessing. Okay, she comes in a state of a lot of calm, a lot of peace, but she is also the benefactor for all those who meditate. So this is the day, today, the first day of Navaratri is a day which is essential for many devotees who would like to deepen their meditative practice, deepen their meditation, or even initiate, to get initiated, to start meditating, to learn how to meditate, to resume the practice, or to rekindle the practice. This is a great day. Okay. The reason being, Ma Shailaputri is, or she stimulates, or she invigorates, she sparks, rekindles the energy of the Muladhara chakra, okay, your root chakra, giving you a grounded space to begin your journey towards Shiva. So she is the Shakti. Her Shakti is resident in the Muladhara chakra, that's your root chakra. And eventually, moksha, or that union, right, that yogic union that many of us speak about, is that union of Shakti with Shiva. That's why when you're doing any of your practices, you always start with your foundation. Your foundation should be perfect even in a hatha practice. Why? Your foundation is with your feet, if it's asana. Your foundation is with your seat, also, if it is asana, in the essential meaning of the word, that is your seat. So if you're sitting in a cross-legged position, your Padmasana gives you that ultimate seat of your triangular base, where your knees and your tailbone, or your sacrum, the lower end of your hips, right, your sits bones, are all seated in that position, which gives you that stability. And if you're familiar beyond Padmasana, then it will be Siddhasana. Okay, so from Siddhasana, which is considered to be the most important asana, or the seated position for meditation, from that position, you bring the awareness, or your Kundalini rises, right? Again, Kundalini is a tantric practice. It is, or, you know, the rising of the Kundalini, or the activation, as some people call it, but the progress is of that Kundalini from your root chakra to move towards your Sahasrara. For those who say, you know, I'm going for a Kundalini class right now and my Kundalini will rise today, it's actually just, it's not the way it is. Okay, it's a very, it's not the original way. It's something that is more or less created to suit someone who says, hey, you know what? I've just got my Kundalini activated. That's not how it goes. Okay, but that movement of Shakti towards the Shiva energy, which is in your Sahasrara, that movement is facilitated by Ma Shailaputri. So it's a great day for those of us who want to actually get back to the meditative practice. In a previous reincarnation, in a previous incarnation of Ma Shailaputri, she was Sati, okay? Shiva's wife, Shiva's consort, and she had a disagreement with her father, Daksha, King Daksha, who at the end of it, you know, in the yajna, and I will invite you to actually go and look up some of these stories and see the interplay of them, not only because we've reached the top of the hour, but it's also a part of your sadhana, you know, to see what are these different legends, where do they come from, instead of just receiving them from one end year on year. You've heard these multiple times. Many of you have heard these multiple times over the years, but now you've also learned different other things during the year. So how do they connect? What is your understanding of that connection between Sati and even Ma Shailaputri for today? For those of you who would also like to know, today is the day when the rituals for Navaratri will begin. So there will be the pot or the kumbhaka, the kalash will be placed in homes with the different seeds, with the different ingredients, the samagri as you call it. All of that will be gifted. They're almost gifts that you give the goddess. And again, in all of those traditional rituals, you'll see that over the different days, you have different kinds of gifts that are presented to the mother. You know, gifts that you would present to a daughter who's visiting you or other women. So there are things like sweet cardamom, there are sari blouse pieces, or, you know, veils that are given, all of these different things that show, that are given to adorn the goddess. And while the idol is also bathed and placed, then she is also adorned with different outfits, different clothes, and colors that are specific to the 9 days. Usually they remain more or less stable, but then every year we've noticed that there are some where the colors slightly shift over the different days. But largely for Ma Shailaputri, the first color is usually white. So no, I will not be changing my stole over the rest of the days. This is not for Ma Shailaputri in particular, but this is, Ma Shailaputri's color is white. The mantra that you could meditate on, if you're familiar, would be Om Devi Shailaputriyai Namaha. Om Devi Shailaputriyai Namaha. Okay, if you watch this recording, you'll be able to get that there as well. And that's a mantra that you can meditate upon for the rest of today, if you would like to deepen the meditation as well. Any thoughts, any questions, anything that you'd like to share? I'll give 2 minutes before we close. And that's because I took 2 minutes with instructions for the pranayama. Anyone? You can put that in chat as well if you do not want to voice it out. And if you're comfortable, so okay. All right, then I will see you all tomorrow, where we will be moving on to day 2. Most of the sadhana will be the same, but some mantras and some stotras will be different. Okay, and I will let you know which ones they are. I will see if I can get the document that I had on my laptop to send out to you today. If I can't do it today, then I'll be getting my laptop back this evening. So by tomorrow, I should be able to. That is if I can't send it out today. But what you can keep ready with you would be the 32 names of Ma Durga. Those of you who have received it from me from the previous years, you will have that document with you. The 32 names of Ma Durga are good to have because you'll be listening to them being recited 3 times every day. And I think by day 3 or by day 4, many of you would be able to chant along in your space as well. They are available online as well, the 32 names of Ma Durga. But if you're not confident of downloading or receiving the right ones from the internet, then just please bear with me and I will give them to you by day after tomorrow. The sukta, not necessarily, those are not something that I would like to share with you because they need a specific kind of a training for you to repeat. So if you are not initiated in them and if you've not been taught them, then you may please just listen. For those of you who have been taught the mantras, the Devi Suktam, I would like you to, if you haven't, if you've lost touch, to please familiarize yourself, take out your notes, take out your mantras, your suktam, and practice it. Practice it at least 3 times daily. Those of you who have learned with me, you know that you've got the recordings, you've got the lessons, and you've only got the recording after we've learned them. Okay, so follow that up so that you can chant alongside. And I think that's a wrap up for day 1 of the sadhana. Thank you very much for your time. For those of you who are in India, for waking up early, if it's not earlier, and being here for the sadhana. I will see you all tomorrow with a lot of my love. And to all of you, not only mine, but a lot of love and blessings from the divine, from the mother. And we're looking forward to invoke more of those maternal blessings in our lives for the rest of the days, and especially during this Navaratri. I'm sending you a lot of blessings from all my teachers, from everyone before me, to all of you, to your dear ones, and if you're all teachers as well, then to those people below and who are moving on, who are receiving all of this blessing as well. Okay. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.